guys. Woke up today, decided to record a YouTube video. Honestly, I'm making this video because I don't have content right now, so I'll make a video on things you should know before buying the 335i. Well, it's a pretty helpful video. I mean, and I feel like I'm credible for this because I've had a N54 and N55, so it's technically going to be the same for both. Except maybe the thing is that I think N55s are a little more reliable just because I've had a better experience with them. But I mean, technically they're the same thing. It all comes down to what year model you get, you know, how many miles, mainly how many miles, and who had it previously to you. So yeah, I'll get right into that. Let me just get to this spot and then I'll let you guys know. Alright, I finally found a good spot. I always be passing through here to look at the mansions up there, but I don't know, it never seems like a good spot. But it's on a little UK turn. But yeah, today's video is going to be on things you should know before buying a 335. Honestly, in general, any 335. My car's kind of dirty, by the way, so don't mind that. But N54 and N55, that's mainly what I'm talking about. I think first of all, I think all you have to really focus on is just maintenance. That's the only thing you should really focus on. Maintenance. Damn, everyone just looks at you if you have a camera. But I think first things first, before you do anything to the car, literally before you do downpipe, any type of tune, anything like that, just do your maintenance. And when I say maintenance, I think I would say, fuck, there's a whole list, but before you get to 100K, I feel like you should do water pump. Honestly, go all aluminum radiator because that's probably going to fail on you a couple times. Expansion tank, upper radiator hose, and upper radiator hose. Oh, water pump. I think I said that already. Oh, with the water pump, also change the thermostat because it's in the same part, so might as well just do it at the same time. What else? Fuck, I had a list and I forgot. But yeah, water pump thermostat, expansion tank, upper radiator hose, radiator. Yeah, those are about the 5 main things, I guess you could say. Other than that, you should be good on the coolant side because that usually tends to cool, but also make sure you're bleeding the system correctly. Because I think for a while I was bleeding the system incorrectly, and it kind of caused pressure in the expansion tank and everywhere else in the cooling with the coolant. So make sure you bleed the system correctly. That would be like top 5 things, and that's probably like, I mean, it is pretty expensive, especially if you're paying for labor. But a lot of the things you could do by yourself, especially the expansion tank. The expansion tank is literally two 10mm bolts. And then you can use like a flathead screwdriver to just take off the little clamps. That's probably one of the easiest things. Upper radiator hose, that's easy as fuck. I mean, all you need for the upper radiator hose is literally a flathead. That's literally all you need. And then a little bit of grip, you know what I mean? And water pump's actually kind of hard, but I mean, it's still doable. At the end of the day, you got to think about it. You're just technically taking off something and putting back a new part exactly how the other one was. So just remember where everything was at. So like put it in Ziploc bags, label it, do whatever you need to do. That's what I do because I forget everything. But yeah. And then radiator, my radiator actually went out twice. So I had gotten like a mall radiator, which I mean was good for a while it lasted, but at the end of the day I ended up getting 2 radiators when I should have just went for the CSF one that I have, which is all aluminum, and literally had 0 issues with it ever since. But yeah, I definitely recommend that CSF radiator. Honestly, probably one of the best radiators on the market right now for N54s, N55s. And now moving on to, mind you should do this before 100,000 miles. Like my car is at 96,000, and I was doing this since 75,000 miles when I first bought it. So I was already doing how could you say, preventative maintenance before I even got to 100,000 miles. That way I don't have to worry about it through the lifetime of the car. And then now going on to oil. So like oil leaks and stuff. Oil leaks, I would say, honestly, it's not that much for oil leaks. It's literally just upper radiator hose and valve gasket. And honestly, when you do the valve gasket, you might as well change your valve gasket cover because there's a PCV issues on these sometimes. So I definitely recommend just change out the whole valve cover. I didn't go for OEM because OEM's like 500, so 600 or something like that. Honestly, I just went with I forgot what brand, but I mean, my car's still fucking running perfectly, so definitely don't think it's bad to not go OEM sometimes. That's probably the only thing that isn't OEM in terms of like really important stuff. So oil filter housing, valve gasket cover. The valve gasket, mind you, it's only like $30. The oil filter housing gasket's only like $30. Stuff that's expensive is the labor, but with the oil filter housing gasket, labor is kind of easy, I guess you could say. Valve cover gasket is kind of hard, but I mean, it's definitely doable. So literally, there's YouTube for everything. Like, that's why you're watching this video, you know? But literally, you could just fucking find everything on YouTube. So don't even trip about that. You'll figure it out. And then last one is the oil pan gasket, and it's actually crazy. I went to Striker Performance the other day to get my my transmission fluid serviced. And they told me that they checked my oil pan and it was literally it was bone dry practically. That's what they said. So hey man, as long as you keep up with your maintenance and everything, you should be chilling. Like my shit was bone dry. Mine's at 97,000 miles practically. So like I said, it's all about maintenance. And then I finally got a downpipe for the car, which is sick, because it's time to start modding this thing up. I know it's an N55. Can't push like the N54, but I don't really care, man. What if I blow it up, I blow it up, go fully built or something, or I don't know. I'll fucking see what the fuck I do. But yeah, literally in terms of maintenance, that's really all you need. I know I'm gonna be missing something when I'm fucking editing this. I won't remember, but literally that's all you need for maintenance stuff. So let me just go over it again. For oil, it's oil pan. When you start seeing a leak, definitely get that fixed ASAP. But as long as you do regular oil changes and everything, you should be chilling. So oil pan gasket, oil filter housing gasket, valve gasket, and then honestly recommended valve gasket cover. And when you buy the valve gasket cover, it comes with the valve gasket. And then with coolant, it should be the main ones. Radiator, honestly, just go aluminum radiator. That way you don't have issues no more. Upper radiator hose, mainly because that little like nipple that's on it, it becomes brittle. Regardless, even the OEM ones become brittle, so might as well just get one of those. Or you could get a billet one from, I forgot what it's called, Visco or something like that. You get a billet one. I was actually thinking about doing that, but it's not like I'm pushing crazy power or nothing, so I don't have to worry about that too much. Radiator, upper radiator hose, water pump for sure, along with the thermostat. Those two are probably one of the most important ones. Water pump and thermostat. Expansion tank, if you see it leaking out of there, you know, because the turbo is right next to it. But I don't think on N55 is too much of an issue, because I think it's because it only has one turbo technically, so I don't think it's creating too much heat. I could be wrong though. I'm not a fucking scientist. But yeah, for the most part, that's really about it. I know I'm gonna forget something, but like I said, everything's on YouTube, bro. You can search everything up. Doesn't even matter. But yeah, if you guys are looking to get one of these cars, I would highly recommend. My left rear is actually taller than my right rear, which is pretty bad, but fuck it. And I mean, everyone knows BMWs have a bad rap, but They're actually really reliable cars when you take care of them on some real shit. I've never had this car break down on me. I've had an N54 before this, and that one I did have a lot of issues, but that's because I was kind of neglectful. I mean, I was fucking full bolt-on tune on that one, so, and my oil pan was leaking, so, you know, you live and you learn, you know, especially now that this is my third E90 or E9X. You just kind of learn throughout the way. But yeah, these cars are actually reliable. Never had this car break down on me. The only time I had it break down on me is in that video where I got a tow. That's because I didn't have a spare tire and my tire blew up. But technically, that's not even the car's fault. That's fucking the tire's fault. And then I got these rims. It's crazy. You could push pretty easy power. It's kind of like the father to the B58, I guess you could say. The N54 and the N55. I do want a B58 next, though. Probably a Supra. A Supra, and then have a E36 project or E90 project on the side. A little drift build. But yeah. Overall, if you're considering buying one of these cars, or if you have one of these and you're watching it, I mean, if you guys are keeping up to date, you guys will know what I'm talking about. These are actually reliable cars. I'm not trying to back them up too much, though, you know. Sometimes they be having their little issues, their little fits. Overall, pretty good car. Takes you from point A to point B, so that's really all that matters. Damn, I actually really fucking like this spot. I don't have to shut up because there's no houses around here. Damn, bro, I'm about to pull up to that spot right there. Bro, the zoom is so fucking slow. Never mind. But yeah, those are the couple of things that you should know before buying a 335, N54, N55. And trust me, if you feel like, I wouldn't recommend buying it if you're not willing to do all the maintenance at first, because if you start going fucking downpipe, exhaust, and then full bolt on and everything, and without doing a lot of this maintenance, that's when you're really gonna start having issues. I mean, you could go on Mike Truong. Yeah, I think it's Mike Truong, the owner of Precision Dynamics. You could go on his YouTube video. I mean, on his YouTube channel, he has a video of what to do with an N54 to keep them reliable. And I mean, he's a shop owner, so he knows what he's talking about. But yeah, I definitely don't recommend modding these up before you even do anything to them. With that being said, though, if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them down in the comment section. But mainly questions about N54s, N55s. Had an E92 335i 2007 manual, black. I do kind of miss that car, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, drop any questions that you have about anything, you know. Let me actually show you my engine bay real quick. This shit actually hasn't been washing forever. My car's actually really dirty right now. I just haven't washed it. I was supposed to do it this morning, but my brother couldn't sleep. My shit's practically bone stock minus the charge pipe and then the Bowman's exhaust. But yeah, look, bone dry oil filter housing. That's the gasket. The gasket literally is sealed right in between there, and then the valve cover is this. For those of you that don't know either, oh look, and then you can see my aluminum. If you look at your N54 and 55, it's gonna be plastic. And then this is the upper radiator hose. Definitely recommend fix that, because this is the nipple I was talking about. That's the one that usually breaks because it becomes so brittle. Excuse the mess. It's not actually leaking. It's just I be pouring kind of bad, but you know them pouring skills, bruh. Someone come wash my engine bay. But yeah, drop any questions that I forgot to answer. I'm pretty sure I nailed all the points though. Oh, that too, I wanted to tap in with this. I think one of my favorite parts about this car is just how old school it feels, but it still feels kind of modern, I guess you could say. I think what I mean is like stuff like the hydraulic steering. Like that shit feels A1. Like I've driven other people's cars, you know, and And I don't know, something about the electronic steering just doesn't feel too good, I guess you could say. It's not like something that I'm fucking going crazy about, but I don't know, I like feeling like the response of the car. The pedal's a little harder, you gotta step on it a little harder. But I like how old school this car is, but it's still new. And then the center console and everything, I don't have the iDrive or whatever, so it's pretty simple. It's just a plain console. It looks pretty clean. And also too, I like 890s better. I don't know, everyone likes E92s, but something about the E90 is exquisite. So exquisite. Time to start modding this thing up. Yeah, like I said, for the fucking 5th time. Drop any questions down below if you have any. I'm gladly gonna reply to all of them, or as many as I can. I'm gonna get like 4 of them. I'm probably gonna get like 2 questions. Hopefully this video does good though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it or are informed by it. If you're thinking about buying one, definitely ask me some questions. Even though I feel like I kind of answered most of the questions that you need to know before buying one of these cars. Yeah, don't be afraid to ask. Quick recap too. I have a Bowman's exhaust, ESR rims, SR05s. I have SolarWorks coilovers, VRSF charge pipe. And then all this stuff is from ACS. All my carbon is from ACS Motorsports. Definitely check them out on Instagram. But yeah, time to start modding this thing up, bro. If any of you guys are in the IE area, OC area, LA area, oh shit, LA area, just hit me up on Instagram if you have any questions too. I'll put it down in the description, and let me know if you guys are ever down to cruise. I'm pretty local to everything. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Catch you guys in the next video when I'm installing the downpipe. Sheesh.